Kyle. Hey Robin. It is February, the month of love, and last year I talked about all sorts of innuendo-filled things because I love Valentine's Day and my mind's always in the gutter. But let's not get into that. What I'm going to talk about this month is putting a bling on it. So what do you do to pimp out your games? And I am here at a local game store, hopefully that's in the frame, Diversions in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And they were kind enough to let me invade their store. So you're gonna get a kind of view and also talk about things that you could use to make your games awesome. One really simple thing, card sleeves. Those are pretty popular. I'm not a sleever, but I know a lot of people really do it. I think there's some awesome ones that I guess match these games. I don't know. If I were to sleeve, I would definitely have to be one of those crazy people that, well, this one's for this game, so I have to have this exact kind. You can't just have generic ones. And then there's also play mats. I know Marvel Dice Masters has some. There was that super awesome Machikoro one that was put out by GTS, I believe, that make organizing the cards easier. I mean, it's not that it's hard to keep them in order in front of you, but sometimes it's just nice. Like this one, I don't know what it's for, can't tell, but it has actual spots for the cards. So that's cool. Another thing I think that is kind of customizing your game would be getting deck boxes. Sometimes games come with them, sometimes they don't. They also come with fun little things. And there's actually, these are up there somewhere. They have matching sleeves for them also. Anyway, other things you could do to pimp out your game. It isn't really for pimping out your game, but you can buy super awesome figurines for games that you might love, like Takenoko. I don't know, it's by Antoine Bauza, it's action selection. You're a little Zen gardener and you're building bamboos to feed your hungry panda. There's also a ton of other things you could do. Simple things. I don't know if this counts, but if you really loved a game and it came in I don't know, 57 million different themes, you could get themed Yahtzees. This one is cool. I didn't even know they had a Firefly Yahtzee, but I kind of want it just for the ship. I'm not gonna lie. And sometimes they do take all the making your game fancy work out of it for you, and you can get things like Power Grid Deluxe, which come with a little bit fancier components than the original game. Dice seem like an easy way to customize a game. I know a lot of people with Dead of Winter have gotten the Frosted Blue dice. I think that's a good idea. I haven't seen these before, but I feel like if you need these, here you go. I know some people use dice towers when they play games instead of rolling them. So, I mean, you could get a dice tower. This one's plain, so then you could get super fun paints to make it whatever it is you wanted to make it. Dice bags, another way to customize your gaming. Now I'm just walking around because I've lost track. Speaking of pimping out your game, these look like super awesome, fancy versions of games. You know, there's backgammon over there. It's wooden and it's magnetic. I might be back for that. So another way to, I guess, customize your games is painting miniatures, including miniatures. I'm not very good at any of those things. The place that I think of when thinking about miniatures is Toy Soldier. It's in Amesbury, Mass. And they have a super, I say super a lot apparently, miniature section. Sometimes miniatures will come in your stuff, like with Imperial Assault. You get all the guys, but then they're just white, or gray or whatever color they are. That grayish white thing. X-Wing at least gives you them pre-painted, so they look awesome. If you're a big Boba Fett like me, you just want the slave one just because, so you can put it on your shelf. Should you want to paint stuff, you can get really amazing things that are pre-painted, and this place paints stuff all the time, and it's always so great. There's a ton of Warhammer stuff, hordes, and there's dust stuff down here. There's just so many things that just come that look cool, but are just blank slates for your imagination to let loose on. And I guess that makes sense because that makes it better because then you can customize it. Like my one gnome has, what color hair do I have? Trixie has purple hair and then Minx has jade hair. So if they only sold green-haired gnomes, I'd be like, man, that's lame. But there's a ton of stuff you can get to paint. I don't know anything at all about paint. There is a lot. The reason I don't paint is because I know I'd get obsessed and I'd want to paint everything all the time. Just send me your stuff and I'll paint it. That's what I would do. But I don't have that kind of time. I have friends who do it and it's an amazing transformation and process. I think my biggest problem would just be figuring out what colors I want to use because there's so many cool colors. I don't know. Do any of you guys customize your things? Oh, I didn't even talk about this stuff, but you can if you do the setup stuff, I don't know if you guys can see that back there, but if you get the buildings and everything for like your Warhammer stuff, do you guys make those? Because then you can get things that are specific for different types of terrain, which is crazy. Awesome. Crazy, by the way. So many different levels of customization that you can do for gaming, and I think that's kind of what makes it fun, because you can take a bunch of different things that you like if you're a creative sort and make them super great. And they're super again. So anyway, so there's a lot of things you can do to pimp out your games, is what I'm telling you. I would like to know what you guys do to pimp out your games. Also, I wonder this, if pimping out your games is something you do because you love a game, would you pimp out a game that you love but only feel is lacking? Like, I love Panamax, and they have those amazing ships that are 3D printed, and there's like dice as cargo crates. And those are great. They're fantastic. But I really don't know if I want them because they look great, but I love Panamax as it is. So I wonder then if pimping it out would kind of ruin the feel for me. I don't know. What do you guys think?